So can everyone hear me? Well, yeah, can do a thumbs up. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so welcome everyone to our questions and answers section on Ramadan. So this session was organized by the Interfaith Encounter Association. I would like to ask our CEO, Yoda Stolov, to briefly introduce the organization. So just a second, I'll unmute you.
Okay, I will be very brief. The Interfaith Encounter Association brings together people for ongoing interfaith encounters through ongoing groups that build bridges between communities, mostly in the Holy Land. I will not go too long because our time is very limited, but you are most welcome to visit our website, interfaith-encounter.org, and I hope everyone enjoys today.
Okay, thank you, Yuda. So I'm Carolina. I'm the community director at the IEA. And today we will have two hosts, two of our Muslim coordinators who will answer the questions you have about Ramadan. So the first one is Fatima. She's right here. So Fatima, can you please briefly introduce yourself? Yeah, I think you're on mute, so I have to unmute you. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, well, I'm Fatima, hi, and 22 years old, and I'm currently a student at Berlin University. I joined Interfaith Encounter Association around 2.5 years ago. And me and one of my friends, my Jewish friends, we started small group. We started as a small group, and then we became a accredited course at the university under the international program and the communication with the help of Dr. Yehuda Stolov and one of my other professors, Dr. Ben Molla. And here we are now. Here I am.
Okay, thank you so much, Fatima, and Ramadan Karim, and thank you for so much for accepting to be with us today, even though it's pretty hot today, and the fast itself can be pretty tiring. So just some basic ground rules for our questions and answers session. So you can ask either by chat. You can write me your question, or you can raise your hand. There's a raise hand button, and then I'll unmute each person at a time so we can have an organized conversation and everyone can listen to the answer without interrupting. We'll do one question a person at a time. If we have more time, we can do more questions. And we ask everyone to please be patient and kind to everyone, and especially to Fatima and to Taleb. We have a second host, Taleb, which is hopefully going to join us soon. Once he joins us, he will introduce himself as well, and you can ask him questions as well. So I will do. Once Taleb joins, we're going to do, I'm going to give each one a question, like between them. And if you want to ask anyone in particular, then please name this person. So before we start the questions properly, Fatima, can you please just introduce what is Ramadan in very, very, very brief sentences, just so we can, people who may be watching us who may not know what it is, can have just a very basic introduction.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Ramadan is the holiest month for Muslims. It's the holiest month in the whole year. It's the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. In this month, it's counted as holy because it's the month that the Quran was revealed in, on the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And in it, Muslims fast from dawn till sunset. We fast from food, drinks, and also getting angry. We have to be patient. We can't curse. We can't lie. We also fast from sexual activities throughout the fast, and also basically that's the summary of what Ramadan is. And hopefully I'll be able to answer all of your questions and benefit you guys. Okay,
perfect. Thank you so much. So the floor is open. Would any of you would like to start, have any questions for Fatima? Or we do have also some questions that people sent us previously, which we can answer, but of course we're giving priority to people who are joining the chat today. So if any of you would like to ask, would you please raise your hand so I can meet you? Okay, people are shy, no problem. So I'm going to start with one of the, wait a second, I just saw someone did raise their hands. Okay, so please can you ask Fatima your question?
Sure. So I'm tuning in from Hingham, Massachusetts, actually a long way away. I'd just like to ask you, and I've heard other people speak about this, but how has Ramadan been different this year with the pandemic and social restrictions? Because I know there are so many, so much of Ramadan has to do with being together with family. How has it been different for you, Fatima, and for other people that you know this year?
Well, thank you for the question. And yeah, well, in terms of different, I think Ramadan this year, first of all, it went really fast. I didn't actually feel Ramadan because it went by real quick. And actually, like comparing Ramadan this year and last year, you know, I had to go to university back and forth, and but this year it was, you know, we were quarantined, so we couldn't really go out at the beginning of the month. So I didn't really, you know, feel the heat outside, you know, going outside, and my fast was really easy to me. But also because I live in like in an Arab town, through this quarantine, we couldn't go outside the town, but we could go out like in the town itself. So I still met with my family, and especially now because the quarantine is over, so I can still see my family, especially also because we all live in the same neighbors. So it's still it's kind of still the same to me, but it went by, like, I felt like the fast was really easy to me. But one thing that I really didn't like in this Ramadan was, you know, we can't really go to the mosque and pray in the mosque. So that's that was something that I didn't like, but also it made me stronger, you know, it made my connection with God stronger, because now I can reflect by my you know, just I can go to my room and I can pray with myself, and I can by myself, and this way I feel like you can be more connected to God, because you'll be more focused, you know, not with many people surrounding you, and like for example in the mosque there's a lot of people there, you can't really focus, you know, you'll be focused by a certain degree. So that's how Ramadan this year was, at least to me.
Wait, so you can hear that, like there are positive sides and negative sides as well, right? Like anything in life, it's nice to know there are positive sides,
Yeah.
at least some of them. Okay, the floor is open again. Would anyone like to ask another question?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the meanwhile, I'll bring one of the questions that were sent to us. Can you describe a regular day during Ramadan, like how it looks like?
Well, if you want to talk about this year, Ramadan this year specifically,
I think the person meant like a regular Ramadan.
Well, the night, basically what Muslims do at night, they don't sleep. Night is meant for you to sleep in. You don't sleep. You either worship God, you pray the whole night, you recite Quran, our holy book, and you meet with your family. Basically, you break your fast, you go out, you break your fast, you go to the mosque, you pray, and then you go to your grandma's house, your cousin's house, you meet with your friends. Basically, you meet with them till suhoor, which is the breakfast you have before you start fasting again. You either do that, or you worship God throughout the whole night. You pray the whole night, or you recite Quran. You do dhikr. You ask God for things. You connect with God. That's how nights are. In the morning you sleep, or you go to work, or you go to university, and then you come back from university or work, you sleep till say around 5 p.m. or 4, whatever, and you start cooking, and then the same thing every day.
Hello, you all.
Hello?
Marhaban, how are you?
Hello?
Talib is not here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 6:30, but I don't know.
Carolina,
Yeah, in my mind a lot.
Sorry, Talib, can you hear me now? Talib, can you hear?
I hear you, yes.
Okay, great. Can you briefly introduce yourself to everyone?
You want me to talk anything? No.
Can you briefly introduce yourself to everyone?
Okay. Speak slowly because there is some echo.
Okay. Can you briefly introduce yourself so people can know who you are?
Who should start? I? Talib?
Yes, Fatima already introduced herself.
You?
Can you?
Okay, if you would like me to introduce myself, I can.
Yes,
say
please.
my
Go
name
ahead.
is Talib Al-Harithi. Okay, my name is Talib Al-Harithi, and I am a retired professor for geology and environment, and I have been working for Interfaith for many years, maybe more than 20 years. I have been even more produced to my colleague, Dr. Yehuda Stolov, and we meet on monthly basis, and I'm Palestinian Muslim living in Edna, a suburb of Hebron, 15 kilometers west of Hebron. Today is very hot, maybe 42. That's unimaginable, yes. It's too much.
All right. Thank you so much for making the effort to join us today.
Okay, I'm sorry being late. I thought it's 6:30.
No problem at all. Does anyone have a question for Talib that arrived now? Wait, I'm going through the participants. If anyone raises their hands. Yes, sure. Elga, you can ask a question. Wait, I'll unmute you. Just a second.
Who is?
Wait a second. Sorry.
فاطمة أنت من دورة يا فاطمة؟
Just a second, Talib. I'm trying to unmute her. I don't know why I'm not managing to do it. It's been working so far. Elga, do you want to try to unmute yourself so you can ask your question? Okay, just a second. In the meanwhile, while we're working on it, we do have a question in the chat. Wait, Talib, so Mark is asking, fasting is getting more and more popular in France and probably in Europe.
Caroline, I would like to interrupt you. Caroline.
Yes, sure.
There is a lot of, yeah, may you take your mouth away from the mic so as to hear you better. So it is.
Do you hear me now?
There's a lot of echo that I can't grasp. I hear you now, but
it's probably because of the internet. It's probably because of the bandwidth. So how does Ramadan change you as a whole person? That's Mark's question. And does it change your faith in God? Does Ramadan change you as a person? Me? Yes, for you, tell him. Does Ramadan change you as a person, and does it change your faith in God?
Okay. You know, I'm now more than 65 years old, and I had passed the 64th 65 years old. And since I was child, 7 years until now, I used to fast the whole month. So this month it has a specialty in our tradition. It brings with it as I was child, it was different. But now it is a little bit classical to many. As I was child, there was what we call a drummer, a guy who wanders in the streets at night with a drum to wake the people so as to eat what we call it suhoor. It's before dawn, and that I used to accompany him from one area to another area, always chatting with him or crying with him. That was it. And at that time, I remember there was not so much food, but now food is plenty and people enjoy maybe better lifestyles. But at that time, food was meager, and we were, we were waiting the fast breaking time. As many people from the same quarter of the town, they bring their food to what we call it the mosque. And to the mosque we go, and there we have different types of food, but still everybody brings what not too much, but that tradition was still acting. Maybe it had just only before 25 years it had extincted. Nowadays everybody eats at home and he has what to eat. But about faith, it's as a Muslim, it's a pillar. It's one pillar from the 5 pillars of Islam. The 5 pillars of Islam are to admit what we call it shahada, that God is one and Muhammad is his prophet. The second is pilgrimage to Mecca. The third is zakat, and I think it is also mentioned in Hebrew, zakat, and the fasting and the prayer, 5 times prayer a day. These are the 5 pillars of Islam. So one of them is Ramadan. So it's connected to the faith. And there is a saying for Prophet Muhammad that God said, everything what a human being is doing is for himself. Only the fasting is for me. I am the God, and I will reward the faster for it. So this is, it didn't change it's of my faith. No change. It enhances my faith. This is what I can say. No, so it is.
Thank you so much.
If I were not Muslim, then transformed to Islam,
right.
Yes, then I can't talk about changing my attitude also. Okay.
Thank you so much, Talib. So Elga is asking now. This question will go for Fatima. Elga from the Institute for Interfaith Dialogue in Indonesia, Interfide. Her question is, what lessons you learned from this stay-at-home Ramadan, and what specific lessons you got, and what can you share with them from Indonesia? So wait a second. Fatima?
I got it. Wait.
Did you get the question?
It's fine. I got it.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, to me personally, before Ramadan, I always use Ramadan, because it's a way for you to make yourself better. It's self-discipline, and for you to become more closer to God. So before Ramadan, especially after the quarantine started, I say around a week or so before Ramadan, I started because I was alone. I couldn't go out, through the quarantine. I started, say, watching Islamic lecture online or podcasts, and it made me realize that this is, you know, being in quarantine is actually a blessing, because now you can reflect and you can also get closer to God. So what did I start doing is before the morning prayer, you know, the Fajr, it's around 4 a.m. I started waking up, say, at 3 a.m. and I start, you know, praying more prayers and start reciting more Quran. So I wanted to make this a habit for me. And you know, Ramadan is all about making new habits, you know, creating new habits and getting rid of your bad habits. So I started doing that before Ramadan, and I made it into reading at least, like, reciting at least a chapter of the Quran every day. Before, at least I have to recite a chapter of the Quran every day. And now I'm working on it, and I'm working on it, and alhamdulillah, thank God, Baruch Hashem, every day at least I recite one chapter. So there's that, and it does makes you feel, you know, more connected to God.
Okay, thank you. So Nathaniel would like to ask a question. Nathaniel, you're unmuted. So this question will go to Talib. Okay. Nathaniel, we can't hear you.
Maybe you should unmute him.
He's unmuted.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes,
I
we
can't
hear
see
you.
anything. You've taken me off the group.
I haven't taken you off the group. You're here
But
with
you've
everyone.
taken me off the group.
Everyone can hear you.
No, I'm not.
We can hear
I'm
you.
not. Well, okay. Okay. All right. My question is, in the Hebrew texts, generally we have the instructions and the reason for our holidays. Does the Quran, the Holy Quran, does it give similar information about Ramadan? And where can I find it? What surah?
Okay, Talib, can you please answer Nathaniel's
Yeah,
question?
Can I say something, dude?
Yes, I got the question. The question is, I hear from you, or I now know from you, that there is whatever mentioned in the Torah, it is mentioned with why it is mentioned, and what is beyond. And also in Quran is the same. Fasting is also mentioned in many. I don't know exactly. I have to go to Google to know exactly how many times it's mentioned. But I have the Quran ayah which says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. All those who believe, fasting is written to you, or you are committed to fast, as the other nations before, they were also written on them, and may God reward you. This is one ayah, but there is also other ayat, or plural of ayah in Arabic, ayat, or psalms, where also Ramadan and fasting are mentioned. But why the fasting is, what is beyond fasting? Fasting is to teach the Muslim how to be patient. Second, how to feel with the poor, those who are in need. Third, how to urge him to give for those in need, because he feels that about hunger, about patience, about the suffering of the others. Also, Ramadan, as it said, purifies the mind. It purifies the mind of the human being, as well as his health or her health. So these are the reasons why we have this month. And even not only this month, there are also another 6 days, which we call them the white days, the Sitt min Shawwal. This is another month that follows Ramadan. After Eid, there are 2-3 days. Then you can fast another 6. That is also preferable in the eyes of God. It means in most of the sum of the fasting days may exceed 35, or may sometimes in Ramadan 29, 30, and then the other 6, it may be ranged between 35 to 36. This is also as a matter of what can I say? In Ramadan, you have not, it is obligatory, you have not to commit any sin. Whatever sin you believe it is in the eyes of God not good, don't do it. Some people may have done sins. I mean, sin is S-I-N and plural of sins in other months, but in Ramadan, most of Muslims, they respect this month, and they know that this month as a month should be free of sin. So these are the reasons why we have Ramadan, exactly. And
Okay, thank you, Talib. Fatima, I'm sorry, maybe. Do you want to add, you said you wanted to add the verses, the specific verses?
Yeah, I can send them to the group if everybody is available on WhatsApp, on our group on WhatsApp. I can send them to all. I can send them there. But there's also like a verse that says "Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fiha al-Quran," which means basically the month of Ramadan, which was the Quran was revealed on you. So there's that verse, and there's many other verses that actually mention also one of the holiest nights of Ramadan, which is Laylatul Qadr. It's the night of Dawr, the night of decree, which is the night that was specifically the Quran was revealed in. And there's a whole surah, like a chapter. No, it's not a chapter. It's like a story or whatever you guys can call it. A few verses on the Quran that specifically says these things. I can send all of those verses to the group later on. It's fine.
Okay. Thank you, Talib and Fatima. Does anyone else want to ask another question? Okay, so we'll probably finish with one last question, which is actually my personal question. Can each of you tell one personal story or memory that are dear to you, something remember from your childhood, or something that happened recently, something that is dear to you that you relate to Ramadan? So Fatima, can you go first?
Yeah, for sure. Well, because of the Interfaith Encounter, I was blessed with meeting many new friends, Jewish friends, also Christian friends. And last year, it was, I gotta say, it was one of the best iftar I've ever had. One of my Jewish friends, her name was Sharoni. She was in our class, in the IE class, and she invited us all to break our fast at her house. She made the food. She made everything from scratch. The whole day she hosted us, and it was I gotta say, it was amazing having all these different people at the table, you know, they were sharing this experience with us, and it felt amazing because also after we broke our fast, we sat together, and they started, like my Jewish friend, they started they start saying that tefillah for the, you know, when you eat, there's like a blessing you say. I don't know, Carolina, what is it called? I forgot. What like when you, I don't know, like when you eat, there's a blessing, there's a tefillah for that. So they were saying that, and then bracha. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, bracha, sorry. And so they were doing that, and when they were done, we us the Muslims, we were there. We prayed the fourth prayer of the day that coincides with the break of the fast. So it was amazing to see these two different different religion at the same time. I was breaking, as a Muslim, I was living in Israel, I was breaking my fast at my Jewish friend house. So that was one of the best memories, I gotta say, in Ramadan.
Thank you so much. Taleb, do you want to share yours?
Yeah, we are now living in a world full of diversity, and for sure you have to respect. If you want to be respected, you have to respect the other. And it is good also to know about the other faiths. I visited many countries in the world. I visited India, I visited USA, Germany, studied in Germany. And I used to go to the church, not only one church, to the church of many sects. I went to many temples of the Hindus. In America, I went to many synagogues, and I watched, or I was in the congregational, what can I say, events. Just to know, even in Jerusalem, I went to Sephardim synagogue and to Ashkenazi synagogue to know the difference. It is good. I mean, for me, it is not because I'm curious, but to know about the others, how they believe in God, how do they pray, how do their rituals. If I want to go to, for example, Paris, I can take the airplane from Ben Gurion, maybe to Istanbul, maybe to Belgrade, and then to Paris. Or I may take the airplane direct to Paris, or to Rome, Madrid, Paris, or to Morocco, Madrid, Paris. There are many ways to go to Paris. And this is the thing. There is one God. We all are monotheists, and we believe in one God. But there are many ways to go to this God, or to reach your God. And your God is mine. And so we share this God all together. And we have to respect the other's faith, whatever he believes. One day it was my maybe first days in Germany, and with us were a Buddhist girl. And we were in a sitting, and she said that her mother had visited the grave of Buddha, and she was not able to look to the bones of Buddha because they were very shining, that you cannot look to them because the shine, the light is very, very, very much that you cannot look. I started to laugh, and this girl became very furious. She said, "What? You don't believe me?" So from that time, that was my first lesson that I learned, to respect the other's faith, whatever this faith is. And I hope we all not be fanatists. I hope that we all not be chauvinists, and we think that we are the only ones who have the fact. Because this is, everywhere you go, you find people who believe not the same as yours, and they are very happy of it. So you have to respect them, and you just only by good doing, you can discuss with them with good words, with no insulting, with no oppression, with no arrogance, with no comic. You have to be always a human with them and very polite, very respectful. And this is what my religion teaches me, especially in Ramadan, to be patient, to be respectful for the other. So this is the message.
Thank you so much, Talib and Fatima, for all your amazing answers and for being with us today and making the effort of, despite the fast, to be here and to answer everyone's questions. So thank you for everyone who is participating today with us. And we wish you Ramadan Kareem and Eid Mubarak, which in a few days we're going to have Eid Al-Fitr. And to everyone who watched us, thank you, and we hope to see you in other of our events. So thank you, everyone.
Again, I'm very sorry that I came late because I thought it was
no problem, Talib. We're very happy to have you here with us.
Yeah,
it's a joy and it's a privilege.
All of you, very happy.
Thank you all for coming.
Okay, so everyone is unmuted if you want to just say bye, and thank you to Talib and Fatima.
Wish you all the best, all of you, wherever you are. Wish you all the best, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.